Hello and welcome! Today we have a new game show. It is called Does This Go to Infinity? Now, many times I like to say that mathematics is intuitive, but there are certainly times where mathematics is counterintuitive. Well, infinity being one of them. Now, infinity is something that a lot of us know about. Even primary school students know what infinity is, but none of us know exactly what is going on. So I created a quiz with just 5 questions, and you can follow along by just answering yes, this goes to infinity, or no, this does not go to infinity. And see how far along you can go until your intuitions break down. So let's start with question number 1. Now in question number 1, this is our series. Now if I add 1 plus 1 plus 1 and I don't stop adding, does this go towards infinity? If you answered yes, you are correct. This does go towards infinity. In fact, we can sort of summarize and say that, hey, if we keep on adding and adding and we never stop adding, hey, surely this will go towards infinity. Right? Now let's look at question number 2. Does this go to infinity? Coming from question 1, hey, this looks like something that we don't stop adding. Maybe this goes towards infinity? What do you think? Yes or no? Now, if you say yes, then I'm sorry to say you got it wrong. Now, I can show you why this does not go to infinity. Here's an example. Let's say we start from 0. I'm blocking the screen, right? If we start from 0 over here and I add 1, then I will be over here. Next, I'm gonna add half, which is kind of like halving the distance between my current position and 2. If I add 1 over 8, it'll be half again, 1 over 16, 1 over 32, and it just keeps on halving and halving and halving. See, I never stop adding, but I'm never gonna cross number 2. That's quite amazing, isn't it? I don't know when I'll stop adding, but I kind of know that it will never be more than 2. So maybe we can change what we said earlier on. Maybe not so much about not adding, never stop adding. But if we add on things that become smaller and smaller, hey, then maybe we will approach somewhere that is not infinity. Right? Anyway, on to the next question. Now, does this go towards infinity? It kind of looks like question number 2, where we add on smaller and smaller fractions. What do you think? Yes or no? So if you answered that this does not go to infinity, then I'm sorry, you got this wrong. Now, let me show you why this one does go towards infinity. Although it looks very similar to number 2. So here is the same fractions, right? But listed down in a different order. 1 over 1 is just 1. Now if you look at the next row over here, half plus a third plus a fourth, right? I can sort of say that, you know what? 1 over 3 is bigger than 1 over 4, but let's just pretend if it's a smaller number, right? If it's a smaller number, then it will be 1/4. 1/4 plus 1/4 will be a half, and this will be a half. So this together is something that's more than 1, right? Because remember, 1/3 actually is bigger than 1/4. But you know what? Let's be a bit generous. Let's pretend that it is just 1, right? And I can continue this pattern. I can turn this into half by turning this 1 over 5 into something smaller, 1 over 8, turning this into 1 over 8, 1 over 8. I can turn all this to 1 over 16, and this will give me something that's more than 1, but I'll just consider it to be 1. Likewise, this continues, and you can see what we have over here. This is just a 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, where we never stop adding ones. Of course, this will go towards infinity. Yeah? So, this is, I guess, where most of us have our intuitions break down. We can no longer just look at a series and say that, hey, this looks like something that goes towards infinity, or this does not go to infinity. We need to be very precise. We need to be very logical in our steps in order to see whether it goes towards infinity or not. But anyway, let's look at next question. So, the next question looks very similar to number 3. Now I have 1 over 1 square plus 1 over 2 square plus 1 over 3 square and so on. Now, does this go towards infinity? Now, if you've been watching our videos, you will know that this does not go to infinity. In fact, it goes towards pi squared over 6. If you're interested in this, description down below, or maybe I'll put a link over here, and you click on to see why is it equals to pi squared over 6. Now, moving on to the next question, the last one. Again, we are going to borrow something from question number 3. In fact, question number 3 has its own name. It's called the harmonic series. So question 5 says that if you take the harmonic series, but you remove denominators, fractions where the denominators has the digit 9, does this go towards infinity? And you can probably tell from my face that this does not go towards infinity. In fact, it will approach less than 80, right? That is something that we can prove. It'll be less than 80, but actually it's going to go to somewhere like 23. If you're interested to know why, I can say things like that, like, hey, it's going to be less than 80, but actually the answer is less than 23. Well, we'll go through that in the next video. So I hope this was interesting and fun to play along. So until then, I guess I will catch you on the flip flop.